that card to, let's say, pay your rent and have that reported to the credit bureau to improve your credit. So normal things, let's say paying your utilities. This is how people nowadays can do it. In the past, you couldn't do that. I had a secured credit card where I gave the bank $700 and they gave me a $500 credit card. Nowadays, you've got Bilk, you've got Self, so people can do a lot more digitally nowadays. So please take advantage of the technology that is in 2025.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to lie, I do have 2 credit cards that I have. And the only reason why I had those 2 credit cards was to build up my credit. And now it's, I don't want to go there, but yeah, but now since I know that, it's like, okay, I need to go ahead and pay it up and then get off of them.
Well, go check out my video from last Friday, my live. I went through the 5 steps to repair and rebuild your credit and improve your credit. So that was last Friday. This Friday, we're going to add on to that when we go in and look at credit reports.
Yep.
So
and then, of
I'm
course,
going to have a whole series.
Gold and silver. Of course, a lot of people mentioning gold and silver as well. Yep. Hard assets. It's always tricky though with the gold and silver is to, if you're really going to actual purchase it and store it, that's where it gets tricky, unless you got safes and vaults and things like that. And I used to always do a exchange traded fund with my gold and silver. Like I always did accelerated. I did day trading back when I was younger, and I would use gasoline prices and or the oil industry and gold, and I found those ETFs that are tied to these assets, and that was a way that I would get some exposure to the potentials that gold and silver have during these uncertain times in the world and such. So, yeah.
Well, keep in mind, I have gold, but I have gold jewelry. And it sits in a safe deposit box. However, when you go to a bank for a loan, you can use that as collateral.
Oh, right.
So I use that as some collateral to get loans from banks. So use everything you have,
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Indeed. Candy K went to college for free, full ride scholarship. All right.
Which is a whole nother thing. I saw something on YouTube about how to apply for FAFSA, for college loans.
Yeah.
And what I did was I worked for the federal government, as I mentioned. So I am going for public service loan forgiveness, right? Because if you work for a government agency or if you work for a nonprofit, you can possibly get your student loans forgiven. I'm not saying you will. I'm saying this is possibly and not financial advice.
Right. Shout out to Queen V34 who's here, and Jimena, Magic of Healing Jimena in the building. Welcome. Yeah. Very cool. We're having a good time today. We're coming up on 2 hours. We might go just a little tiny bit longer here. Yeah, if everybody wants to, yeah. Turtle rocking. Dr. Ninja Turtle, I like when, like, at least on my scene, I've seen Dr. Ninja Turtle for maybe 2 weeks now. So when you come in with such good energy, good vibes, plus the knowledge and information and the willingness to learn, I think that's really big too. And you just come right on stage. You did great today. This is quite a day he was on Candy K all day, 750 sub celebration earlier, presenting the knowledge, and then also here too. So everybody will know about you on these YouTube streets here pretty soon.
Well, yeah. I'm learning every single day, some little tweak to my channel. And so I'm in an honor society, and our motto is the love of learning. And that's it. I love to learn.
Oh.
Yes, indeed. Valentine's been in here. He's enjoying it. Glad you came by, Valentine. Appreciate you. Paw and Jimena. Oh, we got some more people. I see somebody linked in. their own channel. So we got some new people popping in. Let's see if I can say hello to some people. Gen X Pawpaw says silver is great for long term. It hasn't grown in recent years as it should compared to gold, so it's due for a huge jump. Yeah, I think it's being held down. That's my personal thought on that for sure. Love to help getting student loan. Queen V34 says, I'd love to get help getting student loan forgiveness. The school isn't even around anymore. I think they went bankrupt. I feel like if they ain't paying, I shouldn't have to either. I know.
No, there are agencies that you can contact if your school is no longer in existence to apply for student loan forgiveness.
Yeah,
So
for
please
sure.
come over to my channel. I've got my email in my channel description, and I will help you find those things. I'm a researcher. That's what I do. I do research. So I will help anybody research anything.
We got Majestic Lion Eyes is linking in to us. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Manuel's Aquariums here. Valentine, Raw Foodage. Miss Paula Does Retirement has linked in to us. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming by. Salmon Project, paid to go to college, just got kicked out. Yeah. Yoli's here. Candy K is here. Candy K says no loans, scholarships and grants don't have to be repaid. Say no to student loans. Apply for scholarships and grants. Yeah,
That's what I'm doing for my son. I'm trying to do a scholarship for him.
yeah.
And there are
Because I
so
know the
many
loans can be.
scholarships. There are so many websites that offer scholarships that people don't even know are out there.
Yeah. There's on the screen, Lakeside Laura says, my grandpa from Croatia had a secret hidden place. He kept his gold coin collection in the 70s. He taught me about propaganda. LOL. Yeah, good to know. Good to know. Miss Paula Does Retirement is here. Candy K all day. Majestic Lion Eyes. Pinful Life is here. Says, thank you for all the information. I'm most definitely going to catch your lives. Cool.
Well, thank
And
you.
Pretty Heart Conquer too. Gonna do live streaming. Pretty Heart Conquer. What sort of subjects are you doing? Subjects? Or are you just gonna hang out with people? Sounds like.
I haven't thought that far yet, but it's going to be pretty interesting topics that I want to, talk with people. And like I said, it's not going to be one of those topics that is negative, because I don't like to do no negative type of feedback or nothing like that. I'd rather talk about positive things to uplift, because I have two other groups that's on Facebook. And one of those groups, that it was a tribute to my mother, because she had passed away 2 years ago. And it talks about basically when you lose a loved one or you are going through something, we lose ourselves, which is true. We do lose ourselves. And we get to a point that we, don't want to deal with each other anymore, deal with ourselves anymore. But I was saying that we have to stop that, because you don't want to get to a point of losing yourself and you get to a point that you don't care about yourself. So that's what I want to actually put inside my channel when I start going live. But I'd rather to get to that deeper part later in the game than early, because I'd rather have fun, get to know people, see, just to see who they are, because that's how you get to meet people, instead of you just meeting them and being like, so tell me your story. What's your secrets? Right then and there, it's going to make them feel uncomfortable. It's going to make them feel like, you just coming to my juggler. You just going all deep and I don't even know you. But I'd rather get to know people and have fun with them and figure out their personality, and then, go deeper, not deeper to the point that you tell all your business. But if you need to vent or something like that, just know that I'm here and that you're not the only one that's going through things. And that's what I had to learn when my mother had passed, because she passed away January 30th, 2023. And that was a very traumatic time for me. And it's still a healing process for me, because, I'm a mother and I'm a daughter. that's also taking care of her dad. So it's a challenge in itself, what I'm going through right now. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by my life, because a lot of people, they know how to deal with those things, but then some people don't. And then some people might get overwhelmed when they got to deal with that. And then some people don't get overwhelmed. So that's what I mean by my life experiences, not, all deep and negative and stuff like that. That's what I mean by my life experiences. And then people can teach me how to do certain things like with the ninja. He just taught me about credit. And I want to learn to improve my credit instead of using credit cards. And like for instance, the source, he's teaching me to be more fun than what I am now. So I don't have no problem, learning different things from people. So that was the whole point of me doing my channel, having fun, meeting different people, and then, just expressing my life experiences, being on Earth for 41 years. That's the whole point of my channel.
Beautiful.
Do you think that you will have people on and interview them? Like you talked about learning about other people a little bit at a time. So do you think that in your lives you will start doing interviews at all, or collaborations maybe with other small YouTubers?
That's a good question. I'm probably not going to do it right away.
Right.
But maybe at some point, during my journey of my channel.
Right.
Because I think because what I noticed with the channels that I see, people don't do it like instantly. They probably wait until they get up to, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Some people wait until they get up to maybe 400 subscribers, or maybe 700, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on how comfortable you are and how far that you have came. So I just rather start from the bottom than trying to rush to do all those things. Because like I said, I'd rather get comfortable with the people that's on my channel than just to rush and try to make them feel uncomfortable, if you know what I mean. Because I'm all about comfort. I don't like to make people feel uncomfortable.
I just want to say hello and welcome to Els Endeavors is here, and also Sirius S, Virgo from Georgia. Welcome, welcome. There's a question on the screen too, Dr. Ninja, if you'd like to answer that one.
Oh, it says, what would you do if people who want to go to school and low income? Well, I will tell you, I was low income when I went to school, and I did have to take out student loans. I paid out of pocket for my first degree, my associate's degree, but after that, I had to take out student loans. And so I've made payments over the years. However, as I said, I went to work for a public agency where I qualify for loan forgiveness, but that was a choice.
Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, and then, when you have loans, try to get an aggressive plan to pay off the loans, and in what order you pay off credit cards and loans, and I'm sure you talk about that as well. And
I do. It's all about the interest rate, and I'm going to talk about a whole other YouTube channel that's very big. It's called The Money Guy Show. If nobody's ever been there, you want to go to The Money Guy. I follow them, and they have a financial order of operations of what to do with your next dollar. And so if an interest rate is above, let's say 8%, then they consider that high interest, and you want to pay that off first, right? I also follow Dave Ramsey that says, take your smallest payment. A lot of people pay off student loans by paying the smallest student loan first, and then rolling that up into the next student loan. So I'm agnostic, I guess, as far as that goes.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Well, let's start down. You guys got anything else you want to say?
I want to say, I'm sorry, Fridays, 10:15 a.m. I go live every single Friday, Central Standard Time, because I don't know how YouTube does that on their things, but Friday, 10:15 a.m. Central Standard every Friday, I'm going to be there because I'm retired.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Pretty heart conquer.
Well, like I said, I just got my 50, and at some point I will be going live. But once I start going live, I haven't set up a date yet of how many days out the week that I'm going to start going live. But I will keep everybody posted. Just come to my community settings of my page and come and check it out and subscribe and like.
That's right. All right. So this has been our support spin wheels and celebration and source talks, just hanging out with our family here, whoever is comfortable enough to come up on stage at the source. And what's that? Hang on one second. Oh yeah, yeah. If you'd like, fire. Yeah, if you're like, I do have spots open for 5 questions with the source. I got one more spot for an interview in July, and then we'll be booking for August next. So I don't need an answer today, but there's spots available for y'all.
Well, how can I contact you? Should I find your email in your description?
Do in my channel description. Yeah, it's at the very bottom. Just piece it together, put the .com and all that, and you'll see. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Appreciate you
I'm
so
a
much.
retired IT guy. I can figure this out.
Figure it out. Yeah. I'm going to read a couple comments before we close this out, but thanks everybody. This has been a lot of fun. We got our winners for the week. I'm going to put this on our community tab at the source here.
Congrats.
Yeah, Monday, Jaden0428. Tuesday, Raw Foodage. Wednesday, Chicken Explorer. Thursday, Cruise Bolero. Friday, Robert Carter, which was gifted from Tanika to Yoli to Robert Carter.
That was cute.
That was Musical Kill Shot Saturday, and Sunday, Crystal Gem. And of course, we've got every Saturday, we've got 5 questions with the source. The next Saturday will be Brit Family Fun is our next guest on 5 questions on Saturday.
Yay.
So great with her exercising lately. She's going to be helping a lot of people get fit pretty soon as she continues on this path. That's my vision of the future. Solid Project taught Pretty how to be a potty mouth.
You know what?
He's too much.
Yeah, no, it just shows a sign that he likes me. And I guess we're going to be long-term friends. That's what it means.
Yes. That's what we build here on YouTube.
That's what it means.
Over there riding bike. Yeah, he's a special guy. Okay, everybody. Oh, positive crash out. I saw positive crash outs up on the stage or on the screen at Tuber Chat earlier today. Congratulations getting up there in front of everybody. You've been awesome networking over there, positive crash outs. Sorry, I'm just catching up real quick. Majestic Lion Eyes, late here in Sweden, really tired. Want to say hi, listen to you. See you next time. Peace. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you. Deb's in the background. Yep, we're taking care of property, man. Thank you, Deb. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're just closing this thing out. Make sure I see everybody, though. Timmy, the racing channel, is getting close to 50 subs, so he can go live. So check out Timmy's channel. Appreciate that.
I'm not the only.
It's real.
I felt alone for a second.
Housewife. Solomon Project is willing for 5 questions, but if you can cut it down to 4.5. Things said, but then
not with this man.
Questions. So you don't tempt me. OG Gardenings is here. Welcome. All these people popping in. Okay, I think we're good. All right, everybody. Oh,
Thank you so very much.
Through my channel.
You.
Thank you. Aloha, everybody. Have a great rest of the day, great weekend, and let's keep going forward. Aloha. Bye.
Aloha.
See ya. See ya later. Aloha. Bye.